What's going down, folks? It's your boy C23 back on the sticks once again with another NCAA 14 video for you guys. And as you can see, we're about to dive into a brand new franchise mode, but this time around we're doing something different. Instead of picking one of the heavy hitter teams, I'm gonna build a program from the ground up, folks. So it may take a few seasons to get there, but I'm up for the challenge, so we'll see how things turn out. Oh, and before I forget, I created a brand new head coach with 0 game experience, as you guys can see right there. So along with building up a program from scratch, we're also trying to take our head coach from level 1 and see if we can turn him into one of the winningest coaches in college football history. But we've got a pretty long road ahead of us before we can start talking about any of that. So we'll just see how it goes. And also, I am going to be running with the updated 2016-17 rosters, a courtesy of Cajunamics, along with some custom realism sliders by SEC Elite or SEC Elite 3. I'm not sure how to say your name. Either way, I got both of those from the Operation Sports Forum, and I'll be sure to leave a link down in the description if you guys want to check those out. Now, before we dive into the gameplay, just a couple quick things to address. Looking at the schedule here, would you guys like me to play every single game and do videos for each game individually? Or, like I was thinking of doing, just making full videos of the bigger ranked opponents, and then for the other conference opponents, maybe take 2 or 3 of those games and kind of combine them into one video. What do you guys think about that? Go on ahead and drop me a comment below and let me know if you want me to make a video per each game, or if you only want to see the ranked opponents in individual videos and you want to see the others combined. Go on ahead and drop me a comment, let me know. Now, the second thing that I want to get to is, as you can see here, I am going to be doing some scouting, folks. I'm kind of speeding through it just for the sake of time. There's a lot to get to in this video, but you will see scouting done throughout this series. I've never really done scouting in any of my other NCAA franchises, and that's probably why my teams suck, but you will see some scouting in this one, and I'll probably be gauging your opinions on a few guys that I'm looking at as we go along. So now that we've gotten that out the way, let's go on ahead and dive into the gameplay. Now, as you can see, it's the first game of the season, and we're probably in the most hostile of all environments in college football. All we have to do is come out here and compete. That's all Coach Jackson stressed in the locker room before the game. Come out and compete. And the rest should take care of itself on the football field. So coming out in this one, we're coming out trying to be aggressive, throwing the ball right there. Richardson with a nice 17-yard catch. We'll take that, moving the chains. Next, trying to go to the ground game, and we pretty much get stuffed in the backfield. We gain 2 yards on the play, but against this defense, that's not going to cut it. So next play, 2nd and 8, we go play action, looking downfield, and we dump it off to our tight end right there. I can't pronounce his name, Evan Fance, I have no idea. My bad, I just brutalized this guy's last name. Anyway, as you guys can see right there, we cannot get the run game going. That play gets stuffed in the backfield. Bringing up a 2nd and 10, Richardson has the ball in his hands for a quick second, but he can't hold on to the rock, so that brings up a 3rd and 10 now. Stewart in the shotgun, taking the snap, looking downfield, and firing the pass over to Henderson, who's able to hang on in traffic, picking up 12 yards on the catch. That was a pretty nice play right there. Once again, trying to stay balanced, going to the ground game. Butler gains 4 on the play. We will take those every time. If we can get 4 yards of carry on the day, that will get the job done in the ground game, folks. I'll take that every time. So after the completion there to the tight end on 1st and 10, we're going back to the ground game with Lynch. Lynch gains 6. So it looks like we're having a little bit more success in the run game. Going back to Lynch again, but it only gains 3 on the play, but it sets us up later on 2nd and 4 with Stewart throwing a strike right there to Andrew Sellis for a touchdown. And believe it or not, folks, we draw first blood in this one, getting on the board first, going up early 7-0. Now we got to play defense. And I think this is probably where our biggest disadvantage is compared to Ohio State, because they have athletes everywhere. Our defense, not so much. And you can see the separation right there by the running back. Curtis Samuel is just wide open. There is no way that our linebackers can cover that. And that'll probably be our biggest issue all season long, is trying to match up with the athletes of some of these other bigger ranked teams. But getting back to the gameplay though, after the nice catch, bringing up 2nd and 3, Barrett in the shotgun, faking the handoff and taking off, running with it downfield, picking up a gain of 12 on the play. That was just a perfectly called run against my defense. There was nothing we could have done about that. We just got gashed. But on the next play, Rufus is right there to make the play, going up and intercepting the pass. He basically got the ball thrown right to him, but we'll take that. That could be a huge momentum swing right there. Rufus is in perfect position to go over and make the play, and the timing of it was perfect because Ohio was driving downfield. They were probably going to score on that drive had that not happened. So that was a huge stop. Next play though, going to the air, completing the pass to Henderson for 18 yards in the reception. And that was just great timing between the wideout and QB on that play. The QB puts it on him right before the DB can come down and break up the pass. That was a nice play. One thing I have noticed as Butler got leveled right there is that we seem to be having some kind of success through the air, so maybe we should look to capitalize on that one moving forward. On 2nd and 11, breaking the pocket, throwing the ball deep. And hold on, I tried to take control of my wide receiver and I could not jump for whatever reason. As soon as I clicked onto my wideout, they did not let me move. But it's all right though, because on the next play to Richardson once again getting open for a gain of 23, moving the chains in that situation, but unfortunately the drive stalls and we're forced to settle for 3. But on the road, we'll take a 10-0 lead starting out. But check this out, folks. Number 1 Clemson is in trouble. With 3:44 left in the game, they are down big. That would be huge for the rankings right there. But back to the gameplay, Samuel rumbles for 5 yards on the play, bringing up a 2nd and 5. Barrett taking the snap in the gun, fakes it, and runs right into my defender for a short gain on the play. Bringing up a 2nd and 3 now. Barrett fakes the handoff and keeps it, but look at the stiff arm. You gotta be kidding me right there. You're just gonna get stiff arm like that for an extra 5 yards? Give me a break. That had to be the stiff arm of the century right there. There is no way. Anyway though, getting back to the gameplay on 2nd and 6, Barrett with the fake once again tosses it to Weber, and wow, did you guys see how he just shook me out of the play? I mean, my user skills on that play was just horrible. I got shook out of the screen right there, folks. So yeah, my poor gameplay right there gave up the score. That one's all on me. So now it's a 10-7 game. We got to come back and respond. It's plenty of time left. No need to panic. Let's just come out here and play our game with a nice completion to the tight end right there. Actually, that's the wideout Sellis. Coming back to a 2nd and 3 situation now. I'm under pressure immediately. I need a little bit more protection up front to make things happen. So on 3rd and 3, sensing the blitz, I counter it with the screenplay, dumping it off to Butler. He makes a couple people miss and picks up the 1st down. So that's a huge play right there, keeping the chains moving. And on 1st and 10, they lock everybody up downfield, and I'm forced to get rid of it. There was nobody open on that play. So now we're looking at 2nd and 10. Stewart in the shotgun, looking downfield, firing a pass over to Richardson. He makes a guy miss, and he's going all the way to the house, untouched, diving in for the touchdown. Jericho Richardson made that play on his own, folks, after the catch, breaking the tackle and running it in all the way for the score. So now we're up 17-7 in this one. We just need to bend and not break. That last interception was kind of gift wrapped to us, so we can't really expect too many more of those. And oh, I thought that was gonna be my pick. I was right there underneath the play. For some reason, I couldn't get to it though. So now they're looking at a 1st and 10, dumping it off to Brown right there, and he is just shredding every single tackle before finally going down after 11 yards. That was just a crazy pickup. So after the completion there, they're looking at a 2nd and 2. Barrett with the keeper just running it in untouched for an easy 3-yard score right there. But we still have the lead. We still have a little bit of momentum, even though we gave up the score on that play. We just need to settle down in the second half and we'll be okay. On 1st and 10, Barrett trying to keep it. There is nowhere to go. Coach Jackson made a couple of defensive adjustments at halftime, and it looks like it's paying off in this one early, because on 2nd and 14, I'm guessing that the linebacker somehow affected that pass right there, because he was directly underneath it. So now on 3rd and 14, they try to dial up the screenplay, dumping it off to Samuel, and we're right there to force him out of bounds, bringing up 4th down. So after the punt, we take over with pretty decent field position now. On the plus side of the 50, we have to come away with points this drive. On 2nd and 6 now, Stewart in the gun, looking downfield, going up top, throwing the deep ball up to Gonzalez, and he comes down with the catch. A 33-yard reception on the play. Stewart put the ball right on the money right there. So on 3rd and 8, we dial up the screenplay, and it works to perfection. Look at the blocking up front and the cutback by Lynch right there for the touchdown. That was a nice play, and Coach Jackson decides to go for 2, and it pays off. I'm already expecting that Ohio State's going to go on some kind of rally here in the second half, so we need as many points out of these possessions as possible right there, and that 2-point conversion is going to help. So on 1st and 10, Ohio's coming out 4 wide, faking the handoff there, and Barrett's taking off. Look at the excellent blocking. He's walking in untouched, folks. And earlier in the play, probably had to be some of the best tandem blocking that I've ever seen from wideouts ever. Check out how in sync the blocking is on this play. That was just a crazy play. Anyway though, moving things ahead in the quarter at 2nd and 8, I go play action, dumping the ball off to Butler in the flat, and he's able to turn the short catch into a pretty decent pickup right there. On 1st and 10 next play, the running game is still struggling in this one, folks. He only gains 2 on the play. So I come out, decide to be aggressive still, leaving the pocket, dumping the ball off to Lynch in the flat. Ooh, if he could have thrown the ball a little bit better, maybe out in front of him, Lynch could have caught that and taken off. But the next play, he makes up for it, making the catch on the 3rd and 7, converting the first down. We'll take that, moving the chains, and getting us closer to putting this thing away. On 2nd and 5, though, look at what happens. The worst possible time I could have thrown an interception, right as we're marching downfield to put the game away. I mean, that was just horrible timing right there, folks. So now it's really all on our defense right here. After they get a nice stop, bringing up a 2nd and 12 situation, knowing that the run is probably coming again, I use the safety. He pitches it back and the ball is live. And we're right there to dive on it and take possession, forcing the turnover and setting up shop in the red zone. So all we need to do now is not do anything stupid and punch this thing in for a score. So on 2nd and 1, we hand the ball off to Butler, who rumbles in for a 5-yard touchdown run. And that is your ball game, folks. We come out here and take this one 32-21 in hostile territory and end up upsetting the number 14th overall team in the nation. That is a crazy way to start the season. Now, taking a quick look at the box score, look at the play by Stewart, 27-37 on the day, 362 yards and 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. That was ugly, but still a good game overall. Look at Richardson there with 6 catches, 121 yards on the day and a touchdown. What a solid performance. Anyways, folks, that's all the time I got in this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.